Early on in my therapy career, I was doing a lot of individual sessions and family sessions with children and their parents, trying to help them with their social skills. And I remember very specifically a little boy named Eric. That's not really his name, but I'm going to tell you his name was Eric. He was an 8-year-old boy, and he told me that he didn't have any friends, and he was very lonely. He was this adorable little boy, very bright, entertaining. I really enjoyed seeing him. And we tried working really hard together on developing his social skills, because he said the other kids at school didn't feel the same way about him that I did and that his parents did. And we would do role plays and we would try out skills, and he would go back to his school and he'd try them out. And he came back to me and said, "You're not really seeing what other kids are seeing." And he was right. I really wasn't able to see what his issues were with the other kids. He seemed like a perfectly likable kid. And I noticed that all the kids I was seeing were adorable kids, and it was really hard for me to see what was getting in their way of being able to make and keep friends, which they so much desired to have. So I started to bring them together in groups, and I divided them by ages. So I would see 7-year-olds and 8-year-olds, and I would see 9-year-olds and 10-year-olds. And as the second they would get into group, first of all, they would feel so much more relaxed and so much more comfortable because there were other kids that shared similar kinds of issues. So you could see them just feeling so joyful at being able to be with other kids who had the same kinds of problems. But the other thing is that we could really see what was tripping them up in the group, because other kids in groups raise their anxiety, their excitement, stimulation, fears, anxieties, and when that happens, the stuff comes out that they really struggle with at school, because school is basically a group activity. There are classes, groups of kids. There are bus rides, groups of kids. There are recess, groups of kids. So for these kids who have difficulties with social skills, who have what we might call like learning disabilities in the social arena, for these kids, group is where it gets more complicated and more difficult, and we can really see what trips them up in a group setting.